Running and hiking season is upon us, and all too often that comes with new aches and pains. Today we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis. So what is plantar fasciitis? So fasciitis, fascia, is connective tissue, and we're talking specifically today about the fascia on the bottom surface, the plantar surface. You can think about it, you step on plants with it, the plantar surface of our foot. Itis means inflammation, so that's why it's fasciitis, it's inflammation of that fascia. How do we get plantar fasciitis? We get it when we run around in flip-flops. They don't have a lot of support. We get it when we pound the pavement. Running, especially on hard surfaces, can irritate that. We get that when we're out backpacking, when you've got extra weight on your body, transferring those forces into your feet, wears on your feet. So what does plantar fasciitis feel like? So it can be just a dull, achy pain. Often that's how it starts. It can become sharp, stabbing. Often people describe it first thing in the morning, those first couple steps, it feels like they have shards of glass poking into their feet as they're walking. You might feel it at the beginning of your run when the fascia is still tight, when your muscles are tight, and then it'll go away after a couple miles. Alternately, you might be able to run for miles and not feel it till the end of your run and have it come on kind of achy and get sharper towards the end of your run. So what can you do about it? So the first one's easy, foam rolling your calf. Why foam rolling your calf? So these two big calf muscles, your gastroc and then right underneath that, the soleus. Those muscles go down, muscles insert into tendons. As they turn into the tendon there, your Achilles tendon, that same connective tissue wraps around the bottom of your foot and is part of that plantar fascia at the bottom of your foot. So when you're tight through here, I don't know anybody who's not tight, doesn't have knots in their calf. Everyone I work on definitely does. That extra tension is adding more tension to the bottom of your foot. So releasing that area can make a huge, huge difference for the bottom of your foot. The next thing you should do, look at the arch on your foot. Some people have flat feet, so basically that arch is stretched out. Some of us have high arches, and those arches collapse as we run and walk. That's called pronation. Basically then your arch is just getting stretched and that fascia is getting stretched over and over again. That's what irritates it. So I would look at getting shoes that control your pronation, as well as getting an arch support if needed to keep that arch from collapsing. One more thing that you can do, just make sure that your foot is moving well. We've got all kinds of tiny little bones in our feet, lots of joints that need to be able to articulate. And often our feet they're stuck, they're tight because we spend so much time on them and we don't give them a lot of attention. So grab your foot, give it some good twists. You can put a lot of pressure on your foot. I don't think that you're gonna be able to break or sprain your own foot unless you're maybe very strong. Just got a couple pops in there as things released. Take your toes, flex them down. A couple more releases through there. Flex them up. So especially this dorsiflexion or extension of the big toe is so important in gait. We use that to push off of in our gait, and when we don't have all of this dorsiflexion in our foot, it drastically affects our gait. So getting my feet nice and warmed up, moving. Another thing you can do, take a lacrosse ball, lightly roll it on the bottom of your foot. Do this if that fascia is not too angry. If you have active plantar fasciitis and you grind into the bottom of your foot with a lacrosse ball, that is definitely going to irritate it further. If you do have active plantar fasciitis, here's what I would do. Get a paper cup, pour some water in it, put it in the freezer, let that freeze. You peel off the bottom so you basically have a little like popsicle that you can hold, and use that to massage the bottom of your feet. Ice calms down inflammation. You can put a little bit of pressure on there, but that's definitely gonna help cool things down. So I hope that helps, and I wish you the best running and hiking this spring.